Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Grandpa. This is Joe. Today we're going to make a chocolate biscotti. It's my own recipe and I've worked on this for a few years. The old people like it a lot and the young people even like it because it's almost like a chocolate chip cookie, but it's hard. Okay, here we got all our ingredients. As you can see, I measured everything out with my scale, which I tell you all the time to get a scale because it's a lot easier than having all these measuring equipment around to do it in cups. But in the description, you'll find everything listed in weight and in volume. So don't worry about it. I got it all covered for you. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take over our nuts. Now, I bought these nuts in a nut store and where they sell a lot of nuts, and these are roasted hazelnuts and roasted almonds, and I'm going to show you what I first do with these. Okay, so we have our toasted almonds and we have our toasted hazelnuts. Now the hazelnuts, sometimes they have a little skin on it, see? So what I do with this is rub them like that and knock off as much skin as you can. Rub them together. You're not going to get it all, but you're going to get most of it. Okay, so I got the skins mainly off this, and I got my almonds. And what I'm going to do is just roughly chop them up a little so they're not too big in the cookie. Because when you go to cut these cookies into serving size, you'll have a problem. As you can see, I didn't make it real, chop it up too much, but chopped it up a little bit. Okay, we're going to leave this here for now. And now we're going to go over and take our mixer bowl, bring it over here by the stove. And by the way, we should put this stove on to preheat to bake 350. That. Now we're going to throw in our flour, our cocoa, pretty easy recipe. Our sugar and our baking powder, baking soda, and salt that I put together in this bowl right here. Now we're going to mix that up a little bit. We're going to put that on the mixer with the paddle attachment. We're going to start mixing this up a little bit. Okay, we mixed this up pretty good now. And what we're going to do is we're going to start cutting into our butter like we did in our pie dough video. And you can look at that above. And we're cutting it in like pie dough. Just throw all this butter in here. Have the butter. Whoop. Stop it. Here was a grandpa blooper. I dropped the paper into the mixer. I got it out, so we're all good. Don't do that home. I'm going to put this back on again. And we're going to cut this in now. When you're cutting it in, you might have to use this here because it throws a lot of dust. Cover it up as much as you can. We cut this in like we did in our pie dough video. I'll show you when it's done. It looks like sand. Okay, so here we go. You see, it's like sand now. It's a little dusty, so cover it up when you're doing it. But that's it. Okay, so now we're going to add our broken up nuts, chopped nuts, and we're going to add our, I have bittersweet chocolate here, chips that I add to this, and I'm just going to stir this in a little bit. Break up the nuts a little more. Okay, we're going to do our next procedure. We're going to get our eggs ready. We need 2 whole eggs and 1 yolk, and we got to save the white of that yolk to brush the top of the log. So we'll do that first. So we got our 1 yolk, now we got 2 whole, and this is for later. Okay. Okay, we'll get our eggs together. I'm going to put that in there. And we got our flavorings, and I used an almond liqueur. If you don't have that, you can just use a little more almond extract. Throw that in there, and we're going to stir this up on a low speed until we get it dull. Okay, we're kneading to go on speed stir or 1 just to get it together. Okay, we're going to shut this off now. Okay, this is a pretty wet mixture, so I'm going to flour up my board a little bit and use one of these scrapers to get it all out of here. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty wet. That's okay, we'll get it straight. Just throw a little flour on top. And you kind of knead this a little bit. So you can get it kind of into a shape that you want. I'm going to make it a log. And pat it down a little. So now we got that all shaped up. And we're just going to coat it with a little egg white. Okay, we got our log, and we're gonna put it in the oven, 350 oven, for about 30 minutes. 35 minutes. We'll check it with the thermometer. Okay, we had this going for about 35 minutes. I'm gonna check it now. I want it to be somewhere around 195, 198, 200. It's coming out clean. No, it's not really well. Let's do that. Okay. It's pretty good. That's about 35 minutes. Okay. I'm going to take that out. Take it off the oven. And we're going to take our tray here. And we're going to cool this down. You can't cut this here up while it's hot. I can tell you that right now. So you gotta get it over to the rack and let it cool down for a good hour before you try to cut this, because it'll break up if you try to cut it right now. Let it cool down. We'll see you in an hour. Okay, how you doing? We waited about a good hour to cool down because you can't cut this while it's hot. And you got to get yourself a pretty thin knife. This is a Cutco petite trimmer, and kind of cut it nice and easy because it'll break apart. And you cut them about this thickness. Don't press down too hard, just keep sawing. Okay, I got about half of them cut. I left the end. I ate that piece already. And we'll put them in our tray again. Okay, so we cut some of them up. We have a few more left here. And I'm going to put them back into the oven at 350 again for 10 minutes. Okay, the 10 minutes is up. We gotta pour it out. Twice baked. This is what I try to do here. Because I want to use the tray to finish up. Be careful with them. If you want to use another tray, use another tray. Okay, now we'll put these few left and get them done. Could have used another tray, but I didn't want to dirty it. Okay, all our cookies are done. And we're going to place them on this dish with the cookies we made last night. These are plain, the same cookie, but plain, without the chocolate. All I did was replace the cocoa with the same amount of flour, and I didn't use the almond extract and the almond liqueur, and I just used the zest of one orange. And you have plain ones. It's people that don't like chocolate. But there you go, it's all done. Okay, now don't forget, in the description you'll find our pie crust video, and you will also find our video for the regular chocolate chip cookies. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks a lot, enjoy.